All right, we out here live on the scene with the first snapshot for Minecraft 1.16. The Nether update, I assume it's going to be called. It's got a bunch of the features that were teased at the last Minecon Earth. And it's looking like an absolute unit, not only of a snapshot, but of an update when 1.16 comes out. To give you a little indication, I was streaming this earlier, and people were coming into the stream like, are you playing a mod? What mod is this that you're doing? And I'm like, no, it's legit. This is vanilla. And they're like, why are you lying to us? So, yeah, this is a Nether portal. This is how you're supposed to make them. And everything lies on the other side. Are you ready? Nothing against the bees. The bees are cool and all, but this is cooler. Let's jump in. Okay. Welcome to the Nether, ladies and gentlemen. Looks a little bit different, huh? So I built the portal here because it's a really cool intersection of all three of the new Nether biomes. So over here, we have the blue raspberry forest. It's not called that. It's actually called a warped forest. This is the crimson forest over here because it's very red and crimsony. And this over here is a soul sand valley. So we've got just the junction between all three. Then the original Nether, which has essentially remained unchanged since its introduction almost 10 years ago. It's still there. It's called the Nether Wastes biome, though. And essentially, these all kind of equally occur throughout the Nether, it seems. So it's not like there's still a disproportionate amount of the old normal Nether, and every now and again you'll run into these. It's like, no, you get into the Nether, and you're likely to spawn in one of these new biomes. And it's pretty cool, isn't it? And it's not just, you know, new blocks that occur here. You can make things out of these blocks, and there's a lot that went into it. Like, this snapshot is probably the most significant rollout of new features in a snapshot that I can remember. Maybe I'm forgetting something somewhere along the way a few years back, but this is gnarly, and the Nether is now exciting to go check out, and I'm stoked on it. So let's check out all the different blocks, and we're going to split this into two videos. So this video is going to be focused on like the different biomes, the different blocks and things that you can make out of them. And then the next video, which might be up by the time you're watching this, I'll leave it linked in the description if it is going to be focused on the new armor and tools, which are super god tier. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, for now, so this is wood. It's crimson wood, or a crimson stem. And basically, the crimson and the warped, they're kind of counterparts of each other. Cherry, blue raspberry, you know, that's kind of how it goes. So this is wood. This is functional wood. It's not just a decoration block. So you can take this and you can put it in here, and you're going to get warped planks or crimson planks. And out of those planks, you can make a bunch of different things. I kind of swapped the biomes here so that you could see the contrast. So you can also strip the logs directly. So this is a stripped warped stem. I can go over here and I can do that. Strip the crimson log, or vice versa over in the warped forest. And then you have the planks. You can make slabs. You can make pressure plates, fences. This is the warped trapdoor, kind of like a spooky looking texture. Warped fence, stairs. And now you have a blue counterpart to nether warp blocks, which this is a warped block. Try to say that 10 times fast. And then this is a warped door. It's creepy looking, huh? Real creepy. Up on top here on the Crimson Forest, these are nether warp blocks, which you could already make. They already existed in the game. I forgot that you can't actually deconstruct nether warp blocks, so you can't use it as an easy way to skip ahead and get nether wart. You still do seem to have to find a fortress and get it there. So I came in. When I first came into the Nether, I spawned inside of Crimson Forest. I'm like, nether wart is easy. And not quite. Not as easy as you wish that it could be. There's also the foliage here. You've got the weeping vines. You've got the crimson roots. You've got the crimson fungi. And then, of course, the warped forest has the counterparts to it. Warped roots and warped fungi. And are there any vines? I guess there aren't warped vines. On the other hand, of course, we have all the counterparts to the warped wood stuff over there. So the crimson stripped log, crimson planks, slab, pressure plate, fence, trapdoor, slightly different texture to it. Fences, stairs, and the crimson door also has a variation of a texture on it. And I really like just the kind of reddish highlights here on the base of the sign. I just think it looks kind of nifty. So if you go into creative and you search for crimson, you'll get a whole list of these things. And if you search for warped, you'll also basically get the equivalent listing. Also, another little interesting thing is that when you're in each of these different biomes, if you use bone meal on the ground, it'll turn into whatever the ground is supposed to look like in that particular biome. So this right here, just regular netherrack, but you bone meal it, and all of a sudden it gets this covering on it, which is pretty cool. And then if you move on over into the Crimson Forest, see, you can actually see exactly where the dividing line is between the two biomes, because when you bone meal it, it'll switch. I'm not doing anything else. I'm just bone mealing the ground, and it just, interesting. We got a little intruder block over there, but it'll turn into whatever it should turn into in that particular biome. So kind of nifty, kind of cool stuff. Another new block you can find in both these forest biomes are these shroom lights, and axes are the best tool to destroy them. And they are lights, so if you're just looking for a light source that you can bring back into the overworld, a variation from lanterns, glowstone, torches, etc., you got these things. I also love the sound when you place them down and break them. They have kind of this like drum sound in the background. I don't know. I like them. Anyway, so we've spent a lot of time focusing on both of the forest biomes right now, but why don't we take a look at the Soul Sand Valley? They're counterparts of each other, so it's easy to review them both. Soul Sand Valley is kind of different though, so we got a few new blocks here. So this normal soul sand, but on the other hand, we have something that looks like soul sand, but you run normal speed on it, and it actually has a pretty cool use. You also probably notice that there's blue flame, and you're like, have you got a texture pack on? Yeah, what's going on here? That's not usual. No. So this is pretty cool. Let me head on over to this chest, hopping slowly on the soul sand, and grab a flint and steel. So when you light up flame on top of this, it's called soul soil. It's a new block. It's blue. Kind of cool, right? It's just a regular flint and steel, nothing special about it, nothing modded. I don't have a texture pack on because I can light it over here on the nether rack, and it's orange flame. Now, the only thing that's not quite a match is if I step in the blue and go into survival, I have orange flame on me. So perhaps at some point in the future, we'll be able to make an adjustment here so that the blue flame matches on my body as it matches the blue flame here. But for now, it's pretty cool just to look at. We've also, inside the Soul Sand Valley, there are bones that spawn naturally. So if you're looking for some easy bone meal, this could be a way to get it naturally. And then we've also got a new block called basalt, and they have just these big columns that stretch from the floor to the ceiling. As far as I'm aware, the basalt isn't used in any crafting recipes currently, but maybe in the future it will be. But let's check out some of the stuff that you can do with the soul soil, because I think that people will find it pretty interesting. You know, we're keeping the blue raspberry theme going here, from the warped forest to the blue flame to what we got here. So let's head over to the crafting table, and we have a new torch. That's right, one of the most basic Minecraft things. Finally just got a counterpart alternate recipe. So sticks, coal, as you would normally have it, but then if you just, I need to grab some actual soul soil from over here. Let's do that. You combine that with some soul soil on the bottom, and you see, it turns blue. How cool is that? So, these are actually... Okay, Hoglin, just stop walking into the fire, dude. These are blue torches. Your eyes do not deceive you. This is legit. These are blue torches. They give off the same amount of light as a normal torch would. There's no different shading on the light, but torches to begin with, they don't have a color to them unless you've got, like, you know, kind of a mod going on. So, anyway, that matches the blue flame. And not only that, nah, but that's not all. I feel like an infomercial here. You throw the Soulfire torch, which is what they're called, and then you get a Soulfire lantern with the same recipe as you would for a regular lantern, but just throw the Soulfire torch in there, blue torch now. You got a blue lantern. I want to eat blue raspberry candy. It's just what it reminds me of. I'm sorry. But doesn't it? Does this not make you think about blue raspberry candy and cherry candy? Really, really good candy flavors, if I'm being honest. So, pretty awesome new stuff there, huh? Okay, but that's not all. You might have noticed the hoglins going around here. Now, I don't know if the behavior for them is fully implemented, but they're friendly, because I feel badly doing this. I was doing it earlier when I was streaming and just kind of figuring out what was going on here. They just... I'm assuming this is a little bit of a bug right now and it's going to be fixed, but you see when you... Their legs and their ears just go crazy when you punch them, and I feel so badly. Look at it. Look at the legs and the ears. Just freak out, dude. Poor guys. I don't think you get anything out of them when you unalive, but I haven't had the heart to do it. I guess it's for science. It's for a snapshot. I'm so sorry, bud. I'm really sorry. They drop rotten flesh. All right. I don't know if that's a placeholder, if it'll change as things go, but that's where they're at for now. Obviously, people are looking forward to the piglins. Those aren't implemented yet. I tried to do a /summon. There's no spawn egg in the creative menu, so if there is a way to get them, I just am not aware of it yet, but their AI has not been implemented, but I'm sure we'll be seeing those in a snapshot very shortly to come. Another thing that you might have been wondering is, like, does punching one of these trip off the zombie pigmen? It doesn't seem to. I've punched one really close to a pigman, and it doesn't seem to care, which is kind of sad. I would want the pigmen to come to the defense of the poor piglin. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm going to stop hitting you guys. You're cute, and I don't mean to be such a bother. But that's it for the piglins. I'm sure more to come in time. Another thing that's kind of cool is you might notice, just kind of going between these different biomes here, it changes the fog color. So when you're in the Soul Sand Valley, you've got kind of this blue raspberry hue, which you would expect actually in the Warped Forest, but it just is a different kind of blue to make it more contrasty. You go over into the Warped Forest and you get more of this darker, deeper bluish purple. And then you go on into the Crimson Forest and it's like a very red, more of the standard Nether fog color. And then you've also got just, the particles look so cool, just flying around. Very, very mod-like. It reminds me of the mods going on in RLcraft. And then you can just swap through them real quickly here. See all the difference. See blue, kind of purpley, red, and just switch back and forth. So you get this variety, and I like it a lot. All right, but that's not all. What we've also got is just kind of a cool little minor change to walls, which had been missing for a long time. So, you know, in the past, if you stack walls on top of each other, there'd be a gap in the middle part, because that's just how walls are. Well, now, it's just a solid wall from top to bottom. There's no gaps in the middle. It's kind of a wall, as walls should be, right? You just stack that all the way. They also, they added sounds, they tweaked sounds a little bit for various blocks, so as you're placing and breaking things, you might notice a few new sounds going on. You'll be like, wait, that doesn't sound like it used to. That seems kind of different. That's because a lot of things seem to have been swapped. And finally, I think I've covered most of what we have for new blocks and stuff, but when it comes to biomes, this is a personal favorite of mine. It's probably not going to be like as useful for people who aren't trying to, you know, find a new biome and a new snapshot or get a thumbnail of a particular place. But it's great for me because sometimes I need to do that. And there's now a new command called locate biome, which you can use to locate a biome you want to find. Really helpful if you're in creative mode, just trying to find a spot. So here, we've seen all three of the new Nether biomes. What if I just want to go back to Nether Wastes, which is the old Nether? So I can go and tab through all these, or I can just type in the start of it. So we have Nether Wastes, and I'll hit enter, and it'll say the nearest Nether Wastes is at these coordinates. I could either fly there or click to teleport. Boom. And now I'm just inside blocks. So creative mode is kind of helpful for this. And so now, here you'll see in this area, this is just regular old Nether, which is still probably useful in order to find varying things. Like maybe magma blocks seem to be a lot more common there. And or maybe you're just looking for some nostalgia now that the Nether has been completely overhauled. Who knows? In a few years, maybe it'll be like, oh, remember when the Nether was like super basic and stuff? I don't know if I'm... Oh, hey, what do you know? It was very close. Wow, I was really at the junction between all four of the Nether biomes. That's wild. But see, it's like there's a pretty even distribution. You got the Crimson Forest over there, regular Nether here. You got the Blue Raspberry going on over there. You got the Soul Sand Valley going on over there. I mean, the Nether is looking sick. Okay, well, I think that's about it for a basic overview of the new biomes and the new blocks, the hoglins, And there's definitely going to be more in future snapshots, but like I said, we're splitting this into 2 videos. So stay tuned for the next one where I'm going to show you netherite, which is just massive. Oh, P.S. One other thing I should have mentioned regarding the crimson and the warped planks is they don't burn because they're based on nether stuff. So check this out. If we just light these all on fire, all right, only one of them. See, I can't click these with the flint and steel right now, but it allows me to click on the oak planks. I can light those on fire, but these are fireproof. So kind of cool if you want to have a fireproof house that also looks ridiculous and spooky. So anyway, just thought I'd mention that. So anyway, link in the description, assuming it's up. Feel free to check it out. But thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Appreciate it. And you can play this now if you want. It's on the Minecraft launcher. Just pick the newest snapshot, and I'll see you later.